And we're live. Weekend people, how the fuck y'all doing? Sure, neighborhood Jesus. Ah, coffee. Oh my god. Fucking, let's wait for some people to get in here and let's talk about some updates. Needless to say, I stayed up all night last night hunting for a car, seeing what's out there. I found a couple things of interest. Ironically, I'm kind of detested away from DC5s now. I mean, not saying I don't want another DC5, but I almost kind of feel like trying out a different chassis or something like that because, yeah, true story. But yeah, we'll wait for some people to get in here before I start going into full-on detail. Oh. Oh. We got someone on the head counter. Who we got? This one looks kind of okay. Price is right. Fucking 2006 RSX Type S, but it's got 171,000 miles on it, which is not enticing. But it's only $5,500. So feasibly, yeah. Although what I meant, he says that's a lot. Absolutely, but it's only $5,500. So what I could do is get K24 motor for like a G, and then see if the head off my motor's any good. Do the K20, K24 right off the rip, maybe. Something else I saw that is right down the street. It's like 5 minutes away at a Ford dealership. Is a Suzuka Blue 2002 Honda S2000 with 71,000 miles on it. Pretty fucking clean. I almost kind of feel like going the S2000 route. I know I got all these DC5 parts, K series parts and stuff like that, but to a degree, I almost feel like starting fresh. Aldo says, "Hey, when you lowered your RSX, did you replace the inner and outer tire rods?" No, I didn't, but recently, some of the last mods I got done were the hard race outer tie rod ends, and do those things. Like if you want to feel a little bit more driver feedback, dude, get some hard race outer tie rod ends and extended ball joints, the roll center adjusters. That phenomenal, man. For like the outer tie rods and the roll center adjusters, like around it costs for getting both of them, it's about $400 odd, but you won't regret it, I promise you. Really good upgrade. I mean, literally the steering was so responsive. I was like, wow, that's the way it should be. Aldo says, well, I have K-Tune inner and outer tire rods. Gotcha. Well, probably the same story with those two. K-Tune's a good company. I just know the hard race ones, when I did those, I could instantly tell the difference. How's your weekend going, man? Although says, yeah, but I think the alignment shop seized the passenger side one. Sucks. Like, you mean seized, like locked it up, or you mean took it off and put an OEM one on there? You probably mean locked it up. Damn, it sucks. Yeah, RSX wise on Auto Trader, if you type into Auto Trader, there's not shit on here. And then, like, if I go on my Craigslist in my town, type in RSX, like the threads are stripped. Damn, that's rough, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, there's a 2006 2006 RSX Type S with 110,000 miles on it for $5,800, and it says 110,000 miles, clean title, hood, roof, and hatch repainted due to clear peeling. 6-speed transmission, mostly stock. Leather seats are still in good condition, but not busted at the seam. Comes with 2 sets of wheels, the Acura wheels and then the Evo 9 Inky wheels. Not too bad. One thing I don't like about this guy is he doesn't show you any fucking pictures. Kind of whack. Aldo says that's reasonable. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not good though. I feel my honest opinion, it doesn't look amazing or anything. Like I'd honestly pay. I mean, it's not horrible looking, but it's like, it's not bad. It doesn't look that enticing. The interior looks like dog shit, honestly. I mean, the seats look like they're in okay condition. But I don't know, the carpet doesn't look too bad, doesn't look too good, honestly. And obviously he's like done the fucking knockoff, like fucking wannabe Type R shift boot, but it's blue stitching, and he's done the doubled in and shit like that. But I mean, it doesn't look. The steering wheel looks like dog shit. I'll tell you that much. It's got tons of cuts in the steering wheel, leather's peeling and stuff. He doesn't even show you a picture of the engine, which I don't like, because anybody that's selling a car would definitely show a picture of the engine. Yeah, something about it, just it's missing the trim, the plastic trim seal panel. I mean, the seal right there, the plastic seal right there. It doesn't even have that. It's kind of weird. Not saying not saying that's the worst thing in the world, but I mean, it goes to show the guy didn't replace it, didn't even care. Doesn't seem like he's trying to sell this car and get the most money out of it. He's just like, yeah, I'll just throw some pictures, like the floor's dirty, my steering wheel's fucked up, stuff like that. If you want my honest opinion, when you've gone from looking at a cream of a fucking cream of the crop supercharged DC5 for 12.5 grand, and then you look at that for 6 grand, like that car is not worth six. I mean, it's kind of worth 6 grand, but not really. Because when you compare it to a car that you were going to get for 12.5 grand that had a full setup, it makes like stock Type S's like look not worth it, basically, to a degree. I know that sounds shitty, but it's true. I mean, there's like, it's the thing around here. It's really hard to find a good example, a clean example of an RSX Type S. You can find base models all day, but type in Honda S2000. Let's see what they got on Craigslist. You got an AP2 for $9,000. It's red, and it's got 138,000 miles on it. And the engine looks pretty worn. Yeah, the engine looks really worn. All the red on the valve covers all peeling off, and the interior looks like dog shit. And yeah, I don't like AP2s, honestly. I like the AP1s. But yeah, fucking I've found in town, I've found one Suzuka Blue S2000, and it's got 70,000 miles on it. They're asking like 15 G's for it. And it's Suzuka Blue, and it's got Wing King Series says, "Did you just say IP?" I said AP, like AP1, AP2, IP2. Wing King, in your opinion, which colorway would you go with an AP1 S2000? Would you go silver exterior color with all red leather interior, or would you go Suzuka Blue with blue interior? Wing King says, "I get you every time." Wing King says blue. Aldo says silver. Yeah, see, I'm honestly torn between the two colorways. Honestly, like I like both of them. Honestly, like this one. This dude's got a 03 S2000 on Craigslist. It's black, and it's he wants 10 grand for it, and it's got he says it has about 145,000 miles on it. And he's got a shitload of stuff done to it too. He's got aftermarket head unit, block weighted gold shift knob, tinted headlights, AM cold air intake, aftermarket strut bar, NRG hub, and D&D steering wheel. A 10-inch Pioneer sub located in the trunk. I can get rid of that. Custom wooden paneled trunk, aftermarket front lip and side skirts, custom rear diffuser. Shine spoon replica hardtop, squeaks a little from paint on paint rubbing at the seal point, needs a little cushion put in place. Hardtop was painted Berlina black, lowered on Megan street racing easy coilovers. Wheels are Workmeisters. The cons are some are listed above next to the mods, but for the rest of the car, it has some small dents all over from hail damage about a year ago. The car got hit the worst, as you can imagine, but it's not noticeable unless you see it at the right angle under the light. Fuck that. Yeah, this one sounds like it sounds not good. It looks good, but it's It's not something I'd be willing to take a chance on. It's got 145,000 miles. Aldo says silver with a spoon top. Yeah, spoon top would be dope. Wayne King says, Aldo, what you driving? Aldo says a 03 RSX Type S and satin silver metallic. I'm instantly jealous, Aldo. Same car I used to have, man. I just want my baby. I'm going Tyrese out this bitch. I just want my baby. For real, though. Oh, and also to clarify on a couple things. Old boy was talking shit in the Supercharged Hondas group on Facebook, telling everybody, you know, oh, I'm not going to let him bastardize my build and all this stuff. And he was saying, yeah, he would have probably crashed the car in a week because he thought his old setup, his old RSX that had intake header and exhaust was super fast and had torque steer. I never said my car was super fast. I said it was super fast compared to stock. And it didn't have any torque steer. It had torque steer when it was stock because it was so fucking jacked up in the air. And that's probably why old boy's fucking car still has torque steer too. Because this shit's fucking, its ride height is fucking jacked up. Just to let y'all know. Because that's some fucking bullshit. And he's in no position to be talking about anything because what's worse? Somebody changes something on a car and trying to call it riced out. JDM badges are not riced out. So stupid. Two, I'd much rather have someone change a fucking emblem on a car I sold them than be a bad businessman and string someone along for 2 weeks and then fuck them over, basically. And then try to act like it's okay and, oh, I'll reimburse you for the rental car, the whopping $70. Oh God. I got an idea, motherfucker. Why don't you get my fucking 2 weeks of time back? Because I'd already be in another car if it wasn't for your bullshit. How about that? FYI. Wayne King says, no snatch pockets. It's a deal breaker. No Supreme snatch pockets. Aldo says, ouch. Ouch indeed, man. I hate to come to that and be a jerk, but it's such a shitty mood. Like, we're jumping through hoops for getting loans, making sure the cash is there, and driving 5 hours there and lining everything up, getting a rental car, and it's disrespectful. Word is bond, and business word is bond. And if your word doesn't mean shit, you're not worth shit. I don't care how nice the car was modified. Don't put it up for sale if you're in love with it so much. Because last time I checked, the car was up on Craigslist for a fucking month. And he talked to me on the phone and was like, I asked him if he got any other offers. He's like, yeah, just a bunch of people lowballing me, offering me $3,000 and stuff like that. Dude, I gave you exactly what you wanted and you fucked me over. So that's why I'm so bitter about it, because, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. He's trying to act like, oh, he was going to get seat covers and fucking red emblems, and that's the deal breaker. No, that's not the deal breaker. And I said I was going to get seat covers until I got some real Recaros, because last time I checked, I just spent $12,500 on a car. I'm not going to have any extra money to be buying a fucking $1,200 set of seats, you know? And I wouldn't have to buy a fucking extra set of seats to replace yours if your big ass hadn't fucking ripped the fucking driver's seat. It's hilarious. I wouldn't have to replace a seat if you would have taken care of it. But that's water under the bridge at this point. That deal's done. Some bullshit, but honestly, I think it'll all work out. I truly do. That's the sad thing about dealing with people over the internet, or, you know, even just over the phone, and then they go to their computer and they're a fucking keyboard warrior. Like, this dude tried to act super polite to me on the phone all the time. So it's just hilarious. You know, you hear someone, you talk to someone on the phone, they're completely on board with you, and they're like, yeah, sure, man, get your funds together and, you know, come up this Saturday and blah, 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 playing this shit out for a week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever the hell it was. And it's just wild. So Winking says, sorry for the crap you've been dealing with. Hey, man, we'll get through it, man. We'll get through it. It's just life. It's just tangible shit. I mean, it sucks losing your car, but like when the fucking flood happened like a month ago, like, you were one of the first people to tell me, you're like, yeah, and like, I lost one of my cars. Fucking people stole one of old school's cars and shit like that. Like, you know, it's not the first time this has ever happened to anybody. And Wing King says, see y'all later. I'm going to go jump off a bridge. Don't do that. Who's going to powder coat for me? Who's going to be my J Dilla homie? Said, I'm going to go jump off a bridge. God damn. Can I come with you? But yeah, fucking George Bonnie 90. I've never seen you in here. What's up, man? Shit like this happens for a reason. It'll all work out for you, dude. Yup, too true, man. Hey, how did you find the channel? I've never even seen you in here. A nice thumbnail, nice Honda badge. I hope nobody tells you your Honda badge is Ricer. I just find that hilarious. That's like the most ironic, backwards shit I've ever heard. OEM Integra Type R, red Honda badging is Ricer. Like, are you kidding me? That means it's a rare car. It means it's fucking JDM spec right-hand drive Integra Type R. I know the car is not right-hand drive, but it's to throw people off. It's like, you know, if you got the Type R kit, Type R wheels, Type R badges, you know, it just makes sense. I don't personally, I don't really like the way Acura badge looks. I think the cars are cool and everything. It's just like I'm not a huge fan of Acura badges. It's like this like pseudo luxury brand side of Honda. And I just like Honda badges. That's what it comes down to. It's a Honda. Acura is a Honda. George Bonnie says, damn, chat disappeared. What the fuck? Why does it keep doing that? Let's see. Wing King says, sure. Welcome, George. George says, Honda blogs. Nice, man. Yeah, Honda blogs. Christian's a cool dude. He was nice enough to want to showcase my car and stuff. It sucks everything went the way it did. Because, like, I was going to meet him. We were hanging out for a couple hours. The car was having fucking coil pack issues of all things. And I lost the car in a flood, basically, because, you know, got stuck at the wrong place at the wrong time. Wayne King says Acura is a pinched H. Yeah, just like some badge just looks weird. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Acura badges. George Bonnie says, I watch everyone heard about your shit. Sorry to hear. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, that ship has sailed. I mean, it sucks I don't have my car. Like, every day I miss my car. I'm like, my car's not in the driveway. Holy shit. Borrowing a fucking Fiat. It's a whole nother experience. But yeah, just trying to bounce back and try to. I'm 50% of me is like, I just want to get another DC5, take my shit I had out of mine and put it into this one, and that'd be fine. But it's gonna be a lot of time, effort, and money again just to get back to where I was, as opposed to, let's say, like, I'm interested in getting maybe a Honda S2000. I'm interested in. I mean, honestly, it's either I see it as a 50% equation, like either like get another RSX or get a Honda S2000, because I've always loved both those cars. I think it'd be dope. I mean, I'm interested maybe in a 5th gen Prelude. I'm interested maybe in trying to think what else. Maybe if I could find a clean as fuck DC2, that would be dope. What else? What else? Yeah, I can't even think off the top of my head. I've really narrowed it down to S2000, RSX, a 5th gen Prelude, or a DC2, or an EK9 maybe. I kind of like the notion of maybe a Del Sol too, but what I would want to do the Del Sol is like going to be an endless money pit, K-swapping it and doing all that. That would be a lot of money. I mean, if you look at Sleeper Honda, Honda Blog's friend DJ, that Del Sol he has with the K20A, that's pretty much what I would want to do. I think the only thing I would do different is I'd probably go K20, K24 just to do something a little different, not, you know, copy his build altogether, but that would be a pretty nasty fucking car. Let's see what else we got. There's fucking. Good God, they want 21 G's for this one. Oh, it's an AP2, that's why. Wing King says BRB. Do your thing. Yeah, the hunt continues though, guys. If you guys have any cars in your area that seem enticing, RSX Type S's, Honda S2000s, 5th gen Preludes, DC2s that are super clean, anything like that, hit up your boy Shades Wade. Send it my way. 2004. How much did you want for it? What is all this? 100,000 miles. Dude, oh, dude, this thing's fully built. What the fuck? It's got a Track Forge Ultimate Turbo Kit, 6262 turbo, 1000cc injectors, tile, 50 millimeter blowout valve, 44 millimeter wastegate, AEM boost control solenoid, NVIDIA dual N1 exhaust, test pipe, Blue Ridge Motorsports catch can, PTP or P2P, turbo blanket, skunk 2 throttle body, Walbro 255 pump. It's got AEM Infinity Series 2. It's got AEM wideband, autometer boost gauge. Dude, it's got a fuckload of stuff. What's wrong with it? That's what I want to know. It says has a high temperature problem. I'm not sure exactly what it could be. I'm thinking air in the system, but I'm not a master mechanic. Did a compression test to make sure internal was good. All cylinders are 210 or above. Boost issue from cracked charge pipe. Doesn't build boost. Yeah, this thing sounds like a headache. Yeah, fuck this car. I don't trust it. It looks really good, but I just don't trust it. Why would I want to buy a car that's already got problems for 11 G's, no less? Yeah, this motherfucker's only 7,500 bucks. What is the deal with this? It's got 200,000 miles. There you go. Okay, this thing's a 2002 silver with red interior. Motherfucker's got 212K on the chassis. F20C motor pulled from my wrecked AP1 S2000, 65,000 miles. I still have the cluster to prove the mileage of the motor. It's got a stage 5 ACT clutch. Full HKS exhaust with Jay's racing header. I mean, this thing's got a fuckload of stuff done to it, but I just don't. There's no way you could, I mean, he says he has the cluster, but he could just have a cluster that's got 65K on it, you know, and the motor mix and match, you know. Lives in the Chesapeake Bay area. Says got too many vehicles, moving to Florida. Damn. Damn, he does have too many vehicles. He got a Corvette, a Mustang, and a S2000. What the fuck? Looks pretty clean, though. I mean, shit, 7,500 bucks is a pretty good deal. It's just, it's a lot of miles. A lot of miles. A 94 Del Sol. This thing costs 2,800 bucks for it. He's dreaming. And it's automatic too. Fuck that. What is up with automatic Del Sols? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if I'd swap a K in there, but something about it doesn't make me happy. Yeah, see, the Honda Del Sol for 600 bucks. That's a good deal. That's something I'm willing to take a chance on. $600 chat. God, the thing telling me about riced out. This motherfucker's got ugly ass shit on it. Good God. That's hilarious. Damn, where's everybody at? There's only one person left in here. Who we got? Who's left in here? And do you got any promising leads for sick shit? What about Preludes? So 96 Prelude, 98 Prelude. Why is every car going to be automatic, dude? Are you kidding me? Dude, why is this car only $800? A Prelude for $800? It had to be automatic. Some bullshit. This car is amazing. It's been in the family from the start in 2000. I'm the second owner, but this car has been taken care of. I really don't want to sell it, but I have too many vehicles, so my wife's making me get rid of this one. But for a student or someone who's trying to bring this lewd back to glory, this one is perfect. Yeah, I think needs a fuckload of work though. It needs a whole. The paint looks like garbage. Yo, what? That's an interesting idea. That motor might need some work though, or BK swapped. Yeah, I'm not worth it. You can get a right-hand drive 92 Prelude with a fucking F22 in it for $5.5 grand. That's hilarious. George Bonnie says have. Have what? Tegra. Let's see what we can find. Jason Rodriguez says how you turn the idle on K-Pro, bro. Like my car in a cold stays idle low. My idle control valve's been deleted. Dude, I already answered this for you. I don't know if you saw it or not. K-Pro, let's say you go into K-Pro and you put 750 or 850 or 1,000 or wherever you want your idle to sit, okay? That's just telling K-Pro where the idle is. So let's say your idle is really at 500 because you just deleted your idle air control valve. You have to go on the backside of the throttle body to the set idle screw with an Allen key and open up the butterfly and match. Let's say you set it in K-Pro to 750, match it and get it as close to 750 as possible with an Allen key. That's how you do it. You can't, like, you changing the stuff in the K-Pro, like on the laptop, that's not going to change your idle. Like, this is a mechanical set idle screw. You know what I'm saying? George Bonnie 90 says, "Have you ever screwed with meth water injection?" Oh, it's funny you mentioned that. I was about to I was literally about to buy a car that was a fucking supercharged '06 Type S with water meth injection system. And ironically, old bitch boy backed out. He strung me along for 2 weeks. I just got pre-approved for a fucking loan and had the cashier's check in hand and jumped through all the hoops. And it's just fucking ridiculous. Jason says, "Yeah, man, thank you. No problem, man." He says, It is blue? The car? No, the one I was looking at was black. It was an A-spec. George Bonnie says, "Sounds interesting to me." Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's a way to pick up a little bit more power and stuff like that. I mean, you could get, if it's pretty much the same thing as E85 to a degree. It's just more customizable to a degree because like E85 is an all-time fuel that's in your tank, and methanol system you can program it to like kick in at a certain time, like above 5 grand or wherever you want it. Back to my smoking the eye. 94 Integra right hand drive with a JDM swap. Oh, that thing looks pretty fucking cherry. Damn, that whole thing is like tucked. That is tuck. Oh, fuck that, dude. Why do people put their cars up like this? Listen to this shit. 1994 Integra. It's a GSR originally. He right hand drive swapped it with a 96 spec Integra Type R swap. He wants 5 grand or best offer. It says the engine bay has been fully tucked with a rye wire harness and it has cruise control, ABS, power steering, and the AC has been deleted, which I'm not too happy about actually. That's kind of shitty. The car has been converted to a manual steering rack. It says the car needs some love, needs paint and body work, needs new brakes and tires. And then the fucking kicker right here, the car will not start right now. Getting power to everything, but the dash goes dark when trying to turn the key. Fuel pump still kicks on too. I mean, dude, what's the point of telling us all this sweet shit and then the car doesn't start? It's like if it was something little, he would just fix it himself and have a right hand drive swap ITR, but he's giving up on it. And he's like, "Here, I want 5 grand." It's like I'm not taking a chance on that. Jason says, "Bro, I enable two-step on my car and then I upload it, but then my car didn't want to start once I disable it." Wait, hold on. I read that wrong. "Bro, I enable two-step on my car and then I upload it, but then my car didn't want to start, but once I disable it, it started." What can that be? Um, Fuck, that's a good one. I'm not sure. That could be something with the speed sensor. That could be something with a setting in there. Do you do you have the immobilizer on? Is it like what car is this in? Is this an RSX? Is that an RSX? Okay. Make sure like your K Pro, did you send it for a reflash first? Or did you just like send off your ECU to get K Pro'd? Which one did you do? Did you do the reflash first, then get it K Pro'd, or did you just get it K Pro'd from the get go? Eric says, what? What up, Eric? How you doing, man? Eric, what do you think? Suzuka Blue S2000 or Silver S2000? Jason says it was tuned in Manassas, Virginia. It's funny. It's funny you mentioned Manassas, Virginia. It's like where the Silver S2000 is. I'm looking at or thinking about maybe. I don't know what they did. Yeah, but did you get when you got your stock ECU K Pro? Did you send it to get it K Pro just from the get go, or did you get the reflash first and then the K Pro? Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you just got a K Pro, you don't have an immobilizer anymore. You need to go in the immobilizer settings and disable the immobilizer because what's happening is your immobilizer's not working or something, or it's not there. I don't know. But that doesn't make sense why I won't it when you have two-step on, it's making it happen. Maybe you got both settings on or something. See, K Pro's got a lot of settings in there, so it's really easy to turn some shit on you don't need, or have the wrong setting on. Jason says, "Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, you got the reflash first, or yeah, bro, you got K Pro first." Jason says, "My car didn't want to start. I was fucked." Yeah, try turning the immobilizer off or something. K Pro first. Yeah, if you got K Pro first, you got to turn your immobilizer off, or else your car's going to choke out. You'll turn it on for a second, and it'll start the first time, then it'll cut the car off, and then every other time after you cut it on or try to cut it on, it won't keep going. True story. Because you got to, if you want to retain your immobilizer feature in your car, you got to go reflash and send out the ECU, the key, and the immobilizer, so they can program it all together. True story. But what you think, Eric? You think silver with red interior or Suzuka blue with blue interior? Which one would you do? S2000 wise. Because I'm gonna go check out the Suzuka blue ones in town. It's like 5 minutes down the road. It's got 70,000 miles on it, and they want 15 racks for it. Seems like a pretty decent car, and be something different for the channel. I know this is like a RSX DC5 style channel. That's the chassis we work on so much, and do shit for and drive. But I don't know, man. I kind of feel like jumping outside the box. Um, Jason says, so I have to turn it off. How do I do that, bro? Well, here. I'll look it up on my computer because I don't have my laptop anymore. And I don't know if you know, but I lost my RSX in a flood. That's why I'm shopping for another car, bro. Let's see, K Pro. It would be flex fuel. Okay. You would go to the MISC, the miscellaneous tab. Click on the miscellaneous tab, and at the top you'll see immobilizer enabled. Uncheck it, and then upload that to your ECU. Then turn your car on. Let me know how that goes. Jason says, "What the fuck? How, bro?" Honda Vlogs. I don't know if you watch Honda Vlogs channel. He was coming all the way from California to Baltimore to hang out and review my car and put it on the show, do a walkthrough and test drive and stuff. And essentially, when I was coming back, it started raining crazy, and I stopped off to wait out the storm in Ellicott City, Maryland. And if you know about Ellicott City, there was a flood there, and it was really bad, and I lost my car. Yep. Not happy. Still not happy. That was a month ago. Tomorrow makes 1 month since I lost my car. Sucks. If you wanna see a picture of it. Let me get that picture for you so you can be like, holy fuck. Jason says get another RSX. Yeah, it's not that I don't want to get another RSX, man. It's just like I was so fucking far into my build and shit. Let's see what this does for you. There she is. Look at that. That ain't no joke. That ain't Photoshop. True story. Fucking George says, holy shit, that would have been awesome to meet Chris. Yeah, I got to meet him and everything. We hung out for a couple of hours, and well, that's a Lamborghini. Did y'all hear that shit? This dude in my neighborhood's got a Lamborghini. He's a rich motherfucker. He's got a Lamborghini. He's got a Ferrari. He's got a fucking BMW i8 with the crazy James Bond doors. I always see him up at Starbucks. He's a rich motherfucker. Jason says you still have the RSX, or you did something to it. Fucking we bought it back to get the parts out of it, obviously, to get the K-Pro out and get the bolt-ons and the motor out and stuff like that. And I don't think the motor's any good though. I cut it off before the water got to it. There was a little bit of water in cylinder number 3 and stuff like that, but the fuel system's dead. The fuel pump got water in it, and the interior's fucked, and it's just fucked, honestly. You could if you had a lot of time and money on your hands, yeah, you could probably rebuild it and get it reinstated, the title from water damaged vehicle, flood vehicle, salvage title, junkyard title, whatever you want to call it, and maybe get it reinstated, but it's too much work, man. It's way too much work. Like, we drained all the fluids and stuff, and it's not getting fuel now, and we tried starting it with starter fluid and throttle body and shit like that to just see if we could get it started, and it knocks around. The motor's making some weird ass noises and shit. And doesn't sound good. But yeah, I did get to meet Christian and hang out with him for a bit. The car was having coil pack issues, of all things. Like, it was misfiring, and essentially that's what kept me in Baltimore for 3 hours. Because let's say me and Christian would have hung out for an hour or two, drove the car, reviewed it, filmed, all that stuff, I would have been back in Virginia by the time the flood happened. So, like, it's just like misfortunate that I had coil pack issues, because I never have any issues with my car ever. So it's just a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. And it sucks because I lost a good car, man. I've had that car for 13 and a half years. 13.5 years. It's the only car I've ever owned. So that's a bummer. But yeah, Jason, did that shit work for you? Did you try that out? Are you in your car? You got your laptop? Do it. I love helping people out, man. And if you're new to the channel, Jason says, "Damn, bro. So when I turn that off on K-Pro, will my car turn on when I enable two-step?" It should. That's a weird thing though. Like, two-step shouldn't have anything to do with the immobilizer cutting the car off, unless you have something in your setting conflicting. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you have the immobilizer enabled and you have two-step on or something. I don't know. That's a weird one. And thank you, bro. Yeah, no problem, man. Hey, man, I know how it feels when shit doesn't work out. You wanna run to the hills and get somebody to help you out. Like, that shit Jason says it's off right now. When you put on two-step, does the car choke out or is it running? Because it could be something with the. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what launch control says. Launch control. Rev limit. Okay, so like you would go to rev limiter, and then I mean, unless you got something on the two-step, the launch control tab, like fuel and ignition retard timing or something like that, something else. Send me a screenshot if you can. Send me a screenshot of what your K-Pro looks like, on the rev limit two-step tab, if that's possible. Jason says choke out. Damn. George says, what's the benefits of deleting the idle air control valve? It doesn't fuck with your idle as much. You get a more smooth, well, like just a more consistent idle, because like turning on the AC and shit like that and stuff like that, because like, I mean, the idle air assist in the K series and the idle air control valve, they can both be deleted because they're really not necessary, honestly, in my opinion. It's just extra shit, it's more for the emissions and making the car run as commuter friendly as possible. It's not really a necessary thing. Car runs, I've ran my car for fucking 13 years with an idle air control valve, and then Jason says, LOL, one time I took off the plate from my idle control valve, it went bad. The plate? You mean like the gasket or whatever? Yeah, if you had a leak, that would probably the block off one. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, when you put on the block off valve plate, you still got to have the O-ring. Yeah, George says I had to replace mine recently due to idle surge. Yeah, that's why I just deleted mine, because I was having idle air control valve issues because they go bad. It's like the VTEC solenoid and the idle air control valve. And the TPS. Those are the top three things that are probably going to go out on your car, on your RSX. Where are we at? One of the coolant is off. What do you mean? Did you turn off your TPS? Well, no. I haven't upgraded TPS. Well, I had. I guess I can't really say I have because I don't drive the car anymore because it's fucked. But I had a Acuity upgraded TPS because my TPS was going out. The TPS is just, the K series ones are not really made that well. They don't last forever like BD or H series. But yeah, for $100 you can get this Acuity TPS off. I mean, you can order it off Amazon even. That's where I ordered mine off. It was $110 with the calibration harness or whatever. And hands down, that thing made a huge difference. I mean, it made the car drive brand new. And essentially, you could use just another stock TPS, but it's going to go out again. That's the sad part. Let's see. Jason says mine goes to 104 with the car off and giving gas. Oh, you're saying the TPS like calibrating it for closed and open. 104 is fine. You can get it up to 110 if you want. I mean, some people put it a little bit higher than 100 so they don't have to floor it all the way. So let's say like you almost have it all the way down. That's 100. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to make your car's throttle response much more there. It's more the close that you have to worry about. Like your close should be like 0.2 to 0.5%, like of one, like 0.5%, something like that. Why does the chat keep disappearing? Jason says, so like my car right now is like yours when you deleted yours on the video, and then you said that you needed to turn the idle up. Yeah, that was before I forgot to adjust the set idle screw. I was like, why is it was at like 480 or 500 RPMs when it should be at like, 750. I didn't have the set idle screw adjusted because that's the most important step. When you delete your idle air control valve, you need to readjust the set idle screw. It's on the back left of the throttle body. Like here's your, like, let's say your throttle body is here, your intake's going here. Like you're looking at the front of the car. It's going to be in the back left. It's going to be like this little Allen key. You got to get a teeny tiny Allen key and you got to turn it. You got to turn it right, like not left. Jason says, I got a 72 millimeter throttle body. Yeah, I had a 74. It doesn't matter. They'll all be in the same location, back, like top left. If you're looking at the front of the car, look at your throttle body. It's going to be in the top left, underneath it. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It's not like impossible to get to, but it is a tight spot. True story. Jason says, can you show me a pic, bro? I wish I could. I don't have a picture of it because I don't have my car. It's over at the shop, just sitting there saying, fuck my life. I mean, what kind of throttle body do you have? What brand? They should all be the same, though. Skunk 2? Yeah. Skunk 2 throttle body. Where the fuck? George says, did your RSX have the A2? It did. Okay, here. There's your throttle body. All right, it doesn't matter if it's 70 or 72 or 74 or whatever the fuck, okay? So this is the front side. It's going to be on the underside. Like, see if we can get a picture. It's going to be that right there. See that? That's what it's going to be. See, this is the intake side, so it's going to be facing upward. There's your idle air control valve, but it's going to be this guy right here. You're gonna loosen that nut, that lock nut, and then you're gonna turn that Allen key right there. Jason says, like my car, I can be going like third, but then when you're putting it on neutral, my RPM touches the bottom line and almost chokes out. Yep. And then goes to neutral. Or goes to idle, I mean, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it's because it's set too low. It's wanting to choke out, basically. George says, I don't know why they put an A3 in the base model. Yeah, it's because they Type S is Type S and a base model is a base model. It's the one way to lower the cost, because if you go look at A3 swaps, if you needed to get a replacement A3 motor, you get one for 400, 500 bucks. And you look at a K20A2 Type S motor and transmission, 3,500 bucks. So it's fucking ridiculous. Jason says, I got an A3 pulling 225. What do you got going on there? That's pretty good power for an A3. Cameron's here. Hey, what up, Cameron? How you doing, man? George Bonnie says, yeah. Yeah, just price margin, it's a way to cut corners. I mean, same thing. Why didn't the base model have the Bose system in it and, the extra shit? Why they do a 5-speed instead of a 6-speed, Tons of stuff. Cameron, what do you think? Suzuka blue or silver for an S2000? Which one would you pick? Suzuka blue with blue interior or silver with red leather interior? Go. Jason says race header, throttle body, full exhaust, manifold, intake, cam. Get in there, man. Get in there. Jason says silver, George says silver, and Cameron says not a fan of red interior. I like red interior, but I mean blue interior is cool too. Jason says, so bro, that idle should be easy fix. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just acting funky because it's trying to choke out because the idle's so low. That's all it is. I went through the same thing. Like I was like, did I fuck something up? And then literally one of my subscribers was like, dude, you got to adjust the set idle screw. I was like, oh, that's right. I was like, totally forgot. Yeah, the reason I like the Suzuka blue one is because it's down the road 5 minutes at a dealership, and it's got 70,000 miles, and the other one's got 91,000 miles, and they're both 15 Gs. Jason Rodriguez says, because Matt Shu was charging me $100 just to turn it up. Dude, that's fucking ridiculous. $100 to turn a screw. That's ridiculous. And dude, I know who Matt Shu is. He's a tuner around here. Like I used to have friends that used to kick it with him, and he used to tune their cars for free before he got a shop and all this shit, and just do street tunes. He'd ride along with you with his laptop and literally just program the fuel maps and ignition timing maps and all that stuff like on the fly before he got a dyno. And I called him up when before I lost my car to schedule a tune. He never called me back. I left him a voicemail. I was like, hey man, RSX, I'm trying to get tuned. Let me know when you're free or what the appointment schedule is or whatever. Never called me back. Pretty unprofessional. Fuck him. I mean, I can understand people are busy, but I mean, return potential customers' phone calls. I mean, you're getting paid $500 to play with a fucking computer. It's not like you gotta build a motor or something like that. You know what I mean? People are unprofessional, man. More and more we get into this day and age of human evolvement or not evolving, people are just getting less and less respectful or professional, like with business. It's like, Oh, you called me? Yeah, sorry, I'm not returning your phone call. Like, whatever. It's like, dude, that's $500 that just walked out the door. Like, do you not like money? Just silly. Last time I checked, I called up Evans Tuning in Pennsylvania, and they answered the phone right away and answered any question I threw at them, especially about their tuning school, because I wanted to learn about tuning and take online classes because I don't feel like driving all the way to Pennsylvania to go to school and pay like 10 G's. So they offered cheaper online classes, and he emailed me back in a day, literally like, "Hey Shades, you're interested in classes? Well, I'll keep you posted. Blah blah blah." Like totally professional, nice guy, and he's smart as shit. Let's see, where are we at? Cameron says, any mods on either of them? Dude, they're both stock, fucking untouched. Like in really decent condition, like no body damage, no clean Carfax title, no wrecks, service history, all that stuff. Like I was surprised. The silver one's engine bay, you could eat off of it, and it's got 90,000 miles on it. I was like, wow. I was like, that's pretty beautiful. Jason says, bro, so turn the bolt and then go to K Pro. I don't want to fuck anything up. I just don't understand why they left it so low. They didn't leave it so low. When you take away the idle air control valve, it's going to be low. Your idle's going to be low. That's why you have to readjust it. Like if you just leave it as is, after you delete your idle air control valve, it's going to be like 500, and it's going to be like idling really rough because it's so low. You got to kick it up to like anywhere from 750 to 1,000. I think the stock calibration for idle and K Pro, when you do the reflash number 4, the cold air intake dyno base map, is 750. So that's what I shot mine for, was like 750. Jason, what part of Virginia are you in? Because this is like some shit I'd have to be there in person, honestly, or talk to you over phone or Skype or something like that. My car was dyno too. Let's see, where are we at? Where are we at? George says you're going to run it at 3,000 RPMs for like 2 minutes. Jason says Harrisonburg. That's like Harrisonburg. I'm trying to think. That's like probably 2 hours and some change away, I think, or like an hour and 45 minutes. Harrisonburg, is that where the college JMU is? Is that where you're talking about? Are you near JMU College? That's like an hour and some change away, I think. Cameron says once you adjust the idle, you need to readjust the TPS. That's true too. Well, like, if you have an aftermarket one, like the Acuity TPS, I see a stock TPS, the closed, when it's at the closed position, your throttle, it would be 0.48 or it'd be 0.50 volts. But if you have an aftermarket one, the Acuity one, it would be 0.48 or 0.49 because it's different. George Bonney says he's in Morgantown, West Virginia. Good to know. So y'all aren't too close. Y'all aren't too far away. But yeah, fucking, it's a bunch of tinkering, because like it took me like a day or two of fucking around with it and adjusting it to get it just right, just drivable, really good, reliable driving. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. Like when you would shift gears or you'd like, go to put your car in neutral when you're coming to a stop or something like that. Literally, when the RPMs would drop, it would go like, it would almost like want to cut off, and then it would jump back up to neutral. Or not neutral, idle, sorry. See, it's an interesting night. We went from the search for a car turned into tech talk. I like it. Jason says, can you FaceTime me, bro, one of these days and do it with me? I'll pay you. You'll pay me? What? You don't gotta pay me, bro. It's all good. Yeah, sure. It'd probably be easier to do that, honestly. Like if I had my own shop or something like that, yeah, paying would be awesome. But seeing as I've been in that same boat before, just trying to get the car under wraps and all that stuff, like I ain't gonna charge you, man. It's not like I'm gonna be getting my hands dirty or anything like that, having a wrench. It's just looking at something and just troubleshooting basically. That's weird about the two-step though. Like I don't understand that. Your car's cutting off if you have two-step enabled. That's kind of weird. When you go to the miscellaneous tab, do you have the immobilizer enabled? Because like I feel like it has to be something with the immobilizer, but it doesn't make sense because if you have two-step on, your car's fine. But if you have two-step on, it's choking the car out. That doesn't make sense. Because that wouldn't be anything with the immobilizer. That'd be something else. Probably just the idle, honestly. Because the easiest thing you could do, the way I did it when I adjusted mine, it sounds like a pain in the ass, but it's only 4 bolts, so it's not that big of a deal. Uh, Adjust the throttle, the idle set screw. It's kind of hard to get to. Like you have to reach your hand like on the underside of the throttle body and take the Allen key and get up underneath there, and it's a pain in the ass. So what you do is you can just take the throttle body off. Like it's not going to hurt anything. You know what I mean? Just like take the 4 Allen keys on your Skunk 2 and here, like, see the 4 bolts that hold it in, 1, 2, 3, and then the one on the other side. Just take the Allen key and take the throttle body off so you have better access to the set idle screw. Sherman's here. What up, Sherm? Sorry to hear the news, Wade, but better things are coming. I hope, man. The hits just keep on coming, man. I've never dealt business where a seller flakes out, not a buyer. Like people buy cars and houses and stuff, and they get cold feet, and they're like, yeah, I just can't make the commitment. And the seller's like, okay. But the seller flaking out, that's like some next level bullshit. But honestly, I mean, it is what it is. Fuck him. Jason says, yeah, bro, everything in your car was doing like idle and I'm not sure what that is. An idle is happening to mine, bro. He was the only one that showed that shit and went over it, bro. Thank you. Hey, man, no problem, man. Jason says, I was ready to sell my car. I get mad when mine shakes at cold start. Yeah, no, it's just because it's such a low idle. It really makes the car. I know exactly what you're talking about. It makes the motor like because it's such a low idle. It's like wanting to choke out, but it's not quite to the choke out point. You know what I mean? I know exactly what you're talking about. And dude, I thought something was wrong with my car too. What's happening? I was like, did I just fuck something up? I was like, oh no. I was like, oh, I forgot to fucking adjust the set idle screw. What a dumbass. I'm stupid. Like one of my fucking subscribers, he's like, dude, did you adjust the set idle screw? I was like, oh, I forgot to do that. Shit. Next day I went out and fucked with it and got it working. Because if you get that Carceps block off plate, it has like a little 4-step instruction. And step 4, it's like the most important step. Readjust the set idle screw. I totally forgot. Brain fart. Jason says, like, bro, I was like thinking it was something fucking something fucked or something big. Yeah, I know. Because you see your motor just like jittering like that. You're like, oh no, I think I fucked up. I might have fucked up. Sherman, what do you think, man? Color choice for S2000. Do you think silver with red interior, or do you think Suzuka blue with blue interior? What do you think? Excuse me. Uh, Jason says, bro, so when you want to do this? I mean, whenever you're down, man. I mean, it's more when you have time to work on it and shit like that. Because I mean, literally, all you're gonna have to do is, take off the throttle body. It's much easier to just take off the throttle body. It's not too hard. Jason says tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. It depends what time tomorrow, because I'm going to check out that Suzuka blue one tomorrow to see how that, maybe test drive that one, and I'm sure at some point tomorrow I'll have some free time. Aldo says, wait up, please clarify the idle issue. He deleted his idle air control valve like I did in my video with the car steps block off plate, but he forgot, he didn't adjust the set idle screw. Same thing I didn't do because I forgot to, and then the next day I went back and fixed it. But basically his car's choking out and stuff like that, and rough idling, because on cold starts like the fucking motor starts shaking like crazy. It's very important to adjust that idle. Jason says, anytime. Word. I'll keep you posted, man. Yeah, I'll probably be getting all this says, yeah, mine does that too. Yeah, you just got to kick up the idle a little bit, readjust it. Jason says, well, the professional tuners didn't, or probably my last mechanic turned that bolt or something last owner. Well, no, it's just when you delete the idle air control valve, you have to readjust it basically accordingly, because you're used to having an idle air control valve. If the idle dips too low, it dips back up. You know what I mean? So the lack of an idle air control valve is the problem. Aldo says it seems like it bogs in between gears. Yeah, because the idle's trying to jump down. Jason says they probably did, but the last owner probably did something. Jason says, yeah, bro, it bogs. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just because you deleted the idle air control valve. That's all it is. Aldo says, so how do I adjust that? Damn, everybody's got the same problems. Okay, here. This is your fucking skunk tail throttle body, or whatever you got. They're all the same design. They're just bigger. This is what you want to adjust right here. You want to loosen that brass lock nut, and then get an Allen key and turn that and open up the throttle body a little bit more. Oh, Aldo says he still has the idle air control valve. Then it's your TPS. Yeah, if you have an idle air control valve and your shit bogs or acts funky, you want to get a new TPS or adjust it, or you have to calibrate it. Oh, you changed your TPS? Fucking yeah, you gotta loosen the bolts and calibrate it with a volt meter, or clean it. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Jason says Aldo clean it and calibrate. Yep, that would do it. Get some throttle cleaner and go to town. Or it's or your idle air control valve too. Or just delete that idle air control valve. You don't even need it. I mean, the only benefit of it is to promote a quicker heat up on the engine, on cold start, to warm the car up more. But unless you live in like fucking Alaska or some shit, I mean, you're really not gonna. It heats up fine, especially in the summertime. The thing heats up fine. Car warms up fine. Jason says, "Yo, bro, where you want me to contact you? Facebook? Yeah. Yeah, that's my Facebook. Send me a message or something." George says it should spin inside freely. Sometimes to gum up the ICV. Aldo says, "How would you recommend cleaning it?" Just take off the idle air control valve, and it could be the gasket too. You know, you might have a leak or something. Because I used to have this same problem. Like, it's not an idle problem, but I used to have VTEC problems. Some days my VTEC would kick in real hard, and some days it wouldn't kick in at all. And you want to know the problem? It wasn't even the solenoid; it was the solenoid gasket. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was dirty as fuck in there with that little mesh screen on the VTEC solenoid gasket. And I just, it's $5 or $6 to get a replacement one. It's 3 bolts on the backside of the motor, and replace that gasket, and it drove great. You know. Let's see. Jason says, "Bro, search me up and check my RSX." Jason Rodriguez. Let's see. What the fuck? Jason Rodriguez. I have a feeling it's gonna be hard to find you because that's a common name. Yeah, Jason, send me a message on Facebook or something, so because it's gonna be impossible. There's like about 17,000. I'm gonna be with 2 other people. Even at that, it's gonna be very difficult to find you. I see. Maybe wait, hold on. Maybe this is you. No, that's not you. That's some dude that lives in Anaheim, California. Yeah, you might have to send me a message because yeah, there's a lot of Jason Rodriguez on Facebook. A lot, and a lot of people with I can't find you, bro. Dude, here, just type in facebook.com/shades.wade. That's a direct link to my page. It should say Shanthony Wade because Shades Anthony. Yeah, Karen says Shades is hard to find. Use the Facebook address. Only takes me to your channel. www.facebook.com/shades.wade. It should take you to my Facebook page. Or here, just type in here, search Shanthony Wade, SH Anthony Wade. Because I'm definitely searchable. I think you got to send me a message or something like that because I got my Facebook friend request thing turned off because I get so many fucking spam requests. But you'll still be able to send me a message or something that I can send you a friend request. True story. put it on the screen again. Here, just type in. There you go. Oh, on a side note, aside from real car stuff, on PlayStation they have the Crew 2 beta, open beta. That game blows. It's the shittiest driving game I've ever played. Like, I like the open world, I like the races and stuff, but the actual physical, like, driving physics of the game, I hate them. I hate them. It's not as accurate as Gran Turismo, which is a really accurate game, like super accurate, realistic. And it's not as fun as like Need for Speed. It's just like shitty. There you are. I found you. Be y'all. Except. Fuck yeah, dude. That thing clean. Clean whip. This dude commented B series killer. It's true. Yeah, it looks good though. I mean, shit looks clean. I mean, Nighthawk Black Pearl, fucking. So you get the Type R wing, some RPF ones. And for the record, guys, like I don't not like RPF ones. Like I just, when I was saying that shit before, I was just saying so many people have RPF ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was all I was saying. Like they're just, it's like if everybody had the same Philadelphia Eagles hat or same Supreme shirt or some shit. You know what I mean? I mean, they're still clean wheels and they're lightweight, so it's all good. Let's see. Jason says, LOL Dino. George says, did you guys see the new VHB engines? Chris might be re-enlisting. Jason says he has a hatch JDM GSR swap. Nice, nice. Jason says, I didn't like them at first. Cameron says, too overdone. Jason says, bro, where'd you get your banner for your RSX? It's an Eminem Honda banner. You have to special order that bitch. It takes 3.5 months to get it from Japan. I'm really upset about that. That if I want to get another one of those, it's going to be another 3.5 months, which is just, when you're waiting for something like that, dude, 3.5 months goes so slow. You're like, I want my banner, bro. I want my fucking banner. Like, I almost want to take that windshield out of that car and put it in the next RSX I get. It's just a pain in the ass. But yeah, fuck, it's an Eminem Honda. Jason says, how much you pay for it? Shit, I'm trying to think how much I did pay for that banner. It was under $200. I think it was like $130 like shipped or something like that. I can't remember. It was under 200 though. It was like 100. It was somewhere in the area of like 125 to 150, I think, with shipping. So it comes all the way from Japan. But yeah, it takes 3 months to get that thing. It's ridiculous. Broke Dad's here. What up, man? What's up, Lachlan? What's up, hoes? You know, us hoes just talking about some Hondas. Jason was having some idle issues. He deleted his idle air control valve, so I was trying to coach him through it, help him out. And just the hunt continues for a clean, reliable car. True story. Broke that. He says searching continues. Hey, yep, you know him, man. That old guy, that other guy shit the bed. Now we're back to searching. What kind of seller flakes out? I find it funny now. I'm like, dude, what a chump. Jason says, but yeah, bro, thank you for everything. I'll hit you up tomorrow. Later, Maine. Broke Dad says, fuck that clown. That's right. Lachlan, fucking, what do you think? If you were going to get S2000, would you go with like a silver S2000 with red interior, or would you go Suzuka blue with blue interior? Which one would you get between those two color choices? Because I'm honestly at a deadlock. I'm just like, I like silver, I like red, and I also like Suzuka blue and blue interior, you know? So it's like either one for me would be pretty dope. It's just like I'm trying to see everybody's opinion. Because I like silver. It'd be nice to get another silver car because silver is easy to keep clean. And red interior is nice too. But at the same time, I like blue. Suzuka blue is not like, you know, an ugly blue. It's a nice looking blue. And it's got blue interior. So it's like win-win, basically. The only thing I like more about the Suzuka blue is it's 5 minutes down the road at a Ford dealership. So I could go, you know, don't got to drive far as fuck to go get it. And it's got 70,000 miles, and the silver one's got 91,000 miles. So it's like, it's kind of, you know, debatable. Says blue is baller shit, but to me may age worse than red, but it's gangster classic. I'd go blue. Fuck the haters. Bronze MF10s would give boners. Go blue, cuz boners. This is true. This is true. Yeah, I know what you mean though, because when you look at all the like in the DC5 Type R seats, the red Recaros and the blue Recaros, when you see the blue seats, every set of blue Recaros is like super aged and super just abused the shit out of. And then the red seats you see, they're usually in better condition. Broke Dad says AP1 or AP2. They're both AP1s. They're both 2002s, which is, you know, I like AP1s better, honestly. Got more rev limit. They got, you know, return style fuel system. Something about the AP2s, I just can't get on board. It's something about the way they changed the body lines or the headlights and stuff. It's kind of like, you know, it looks too new or something like that. I can't get on board with AP2s. Cameron says going to have to have a look at both and test drive. Very true. Because ultimately, my ultimate concern would be the clutch and just the feel, the life of the engine, the health of the engine. Because I've been burned before on cars buying a used car, even with 30,000 miles. Then a month later, the clutch goes out. It's like, and they say they have a drivetrain warranty. Like if you get it from CarMax or a dealership, they're like, yeah, we got a drivetrain warranty. Then you look and the clutch isn't covered. It's only gears and differential. Broke Dad says, go blue. What's the price? See, the price is really weird. The silver one in Manassas at I think it's at a Buick dealership or something like that. It's got 91,000 miles, and they're asking 15,400. And then the Suzuka blue one has 71,000 miles, and they're asking 15,900. So they're virtually the same price. So it's like, it's kind of weird, you know? 20,000 more miles. You think the Suzuka blue one would be more, like even like $1,000 more, but not too sure. Broke Dad said blue may be harder to sell. That's true. That's true. And I've already considered in my head how cool it would look to do the Spoon Sports engine bay theme. You know, type of engine bay theme I was doing in the DC5 with the Suzuka blue, because it's already a blue car with blue interior. Then you got a bunch of blue and yellow in the engine bay. That'd be pretty dope. Broke Dad says, what's your zip code? My zip code is fucking 23113. A nice little town by the name of Midlothian. Just kidding. Midlothian, Virginia. Broke Dad says, I'm going to check it out. Be back. Oh, yeah. And, dude, for all y'all that don't know, Broke Dad's the one that found the other whip, man. And that whip was promising, you know? Supercharged 06 Type S A-Spec for 12.5. Dude, that was a steal. I wish that shit would have happened. And the dude wasn't a douchebag, because I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to play it off like I wasn't interested in the car, even the guy was an asshole. But I was very interested in the car. That's why I'm pissed off, you know? This guy didn't know how to handle his business. And trying to play it off like red Honda badges are ricer. Like, what is that? And all those people trying to like talk shit and stuff like that, like one less riced out RSX on the street. Dude, red Honda badges are not rice. You act like we put purple neon lights under the car and 4 subwoofers and a bunch of ice and a bunch of Eurotail taillights and strobe lights and shit. Like, there's nothing rice about JDM badging. So silly. to quote my pop, I was like complaining about. I was like, this dude's talking shit, saying he didn't sell us the car because I was gonna put red Honda badges like I did on my RSX. He's like, fuck that clown. He's dead to me. He ain't getting our money. I was like, you got that right. And Cameron says, you only need 2 subs in the back. Well, dude, if I was gonna do like the whole point of my build was like a daily driver, but it's like track friendly. You know, it could be put on the track, but it's also comfortable enough. It has AC. You know, still got its amenities to it where you can daily drive it. So, in my case, the stock Bose system is good enough. I mean, even when you get a upgraded head unit, it's totally fine. You can listen to the radio. It's loud. You can pump it up loud enough. I'm just not into the whole subwoofer game. Extra weight in the car, you know. You're trying to lose weight. You're not trying to gain weight, basically. You know what I mean? So if I had an SUV, I'd probably put a system in there. If I had, you know, some kind of Cadillac or something, you know, there's just a cruiser. It's not a track car. It's not even thinking about getting on the track. I'd probably put some aftermarket subs or something like that in there. Something, you know. Some TVs and the motherfucking headrest and shit. Oh, I dropped my lighter. But yeah, at this point, I don't know what I'm going to get. I'm interested. I'm notioning the idea of an S2000 just because it's, you know, it's a whole different experience. It's a rear-wheel drive Honda. It's a convertible. That's a whole new experience. I've never owned a convertible. I'd be honest, though, I don't think I'd want a convertible right now with all this fucking rain and flooding everywhere it's happened. It's pretty horrible. And, you know, F-Series platform. Never fucked with F-Series before. I think if I were going to get an S2000, I think a Craftworks kit would definitely be in the equation somewhere along the line. No joking. Because that would be dope. Hey, there's a lot of good, like LHT Performance. They specialize in nothing but Honda S2000s and fabricate a lot of S2000 parts from scratch, like their exhaust, their master cylinder brace and stuff like that. Like you can get a lot of parts just from LHT in Florida. Karen says way back still had stock head unit and speakers, put in Pioneer head unit and Audison speakers. That was going to be it. Yeah, I just put a Pioneer unit in mine, my RSX, and it's a good head unit, you know. Broke Dad says looks great. What, the Suzuka blue one? You like it? Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I thought the silver one, if you look at the silver one, that's I think it's a Joyce Coons Buick or something like that. The engine bay looks like brand new for a 91,000 mile car. I mean, it looks like so clean you could eat off of it. I mean, it's immaculate. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. The blue one from the outside, the interior and everything, it looks really nice. They just didn't show a picture of the engine bay, so I think we're gonna go check that one out tomorrow because it's like 5 minutes down the road. And isn't it kind of ironic that a Sheehy Ford is where I might potentially buy my Honda from, a Ford dealership? So ironic. Domestic versus import. The sequel. Cameron says, then my mate talked me into putting a little sub box in it, which I could remove when I wanted. Yeah, see, that's smart. You know what I mean? Something you can remove if you go to the track. Fuck it. Broke Dad says trade in for likely a Mustang. Must-bang. This is very true. See, my fucking grandmom, when I was asking her just for curiosity, I was like, which colorway do you like better? You like the silver with the red interior, or do you like blue with blue? She was like, well, you know what I'm going to say. I used to have a silver Mustang GT with red leather interior, so I like the silver and red more. I was like, Yeah, Cameron says, then I was hooked on the bass. Feel the bass. Feel the bass. Yup. Fucking yeah, I don't know if I'll go with just keep on being patient and try to find the right DC5, try to find something I can grow back into and make it mine again, get back to, start at square one and get back to square 40 bajillion. It's just a lot of work, man. Just to get back to where you were, you know what I mean? Like, not trying to sound like unappreciative if I got back there and like literally I had another satin silver RSX with the exact same setup, which would be dope, but it'd be like a lot of effort just to get back to where I was. So it's like, it's a weird feeling. I almost kind of feel like starting with a new chassis or new platform, just building another car. It's like Lachlan. It's like if you got another RSX and you did everything exactly the same way as you did before when you sold the car to Jesus. Like, imagine that, bro. Wouldn't that be a lot of work? Would you do that? Man, I don't understand why this chat keeps disappearing. Camo F8 says, now running two 12-inch MTX subs with MTX Thunder mono block and a 4-channel for the speakers. Sub box still removable. Feel the bass, man. That's some bass right there. But yeah, honestly, if I could find a clean DC2, I would find that highly hilarious that DC5 owners like me and Broke Dad we had clean DC5s, then we make the jump down to DC2 platform. Well, he's got the DC2 Type R. If I could find a DC2 Type R for a good price, oh my God, I would hop in that all day. Championship white, that'd be the way to do it. You got the Phoenix yellow, I get the championship white. That would be fucking cool. That would be game over right there. I wonder if I could find one. If you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay for your Type R, and how many miles did it have on it? It seems like the only time you can find them is when they have low miles and they're like 30 grand. That's a curious question. I want to see. 2001 Acura Tegra Type R for sale. They have one on Car Gurus. Are you shitting me? Sorry, no listings. Just kidding. I was like, what? Yeah, you can find a bunch of GSRs, but and LSs, but a Type R is a hard one to find. Every link I click on, it's like for sale. Sorry, it's not for sale. Just kidding. What about eBay? Buying cars off eBay. Yeah. Autoblog? Bring a trailer doc. Yeah, this is the one that's like 30 grand. Oh God. Oh no, you're killing me. That is sad. That is sad. A black one, a Nighthawk black. I don't know if it's Nighthawk black or Berlina black, but 2001 Acura Integra Type R is one of 1,158 U.S. market examples produced for the model year, and was sold at Acura of the Desert in Cathedral City, California. It had, oh man, that thing is clean. Fuck my life. And it sold for $16,000 on January 23rd. It did have 139,000 miles though, so that's well seasoned. I'm not saying it might not be good, but 130, that's why it's 16 grand, because it's got over 100,000 miles on it. Yeah, the thing's clean though. Yeah, badge number 1061. And a clean as fuck engine bay. Good old B18 C5. Good God, it had 5 previous owners. I believe it too. That's crazy. Oh my God. Owners 1 through 3, personal, 6. Estimated length of the first 3 owners was 16 years and 5 months. Owner number 4 only kept it for 16 days. And then owner number 5 kept it 3 months. That's insane, dude. That 4th owner only kept it for like a little over 2 weeks. That's really weird. Probably trying to flip it. It's like, dude, it's a Type R. I'm gonna make like 25 grand. And he's like, might as well sell it while I can. Damn, that's crazy. Yep. 16, almost 17 G. That's crazy. every car website you type it into, Acura Integra Type R, it's like we weren't able to find any results, but we did find some similar listings. Bunch of LS Integras. Yeah, that's a hard one to track down. It's damn near impossible to track down. There's only 1,150 of them. That's fucking crazy. Crazy. Ay, ay, ay. We got 3 people in here. Who we got in here? Who's left? Cameron says DC2 Type R good condition goes for around 12K Australian money here. Well, I might just need to get me a boat or a seaplane. Come on over to good old Australia. Come on down under. Start importing cars back. True story. Ugh. Damn. I don't know why I'm so tired. I woke up at 2 p.m. today. Cameron says seen a DC5 yesterday asking 3.5K for a Type S. Damn. Yeah, that's a good deal. I'm a 93 Honda Civic EX with a GSR swap, 4,500 bucks. He says, don't think it was a Type S, it was a base model. Yeah, that's about what they go for here. Like 3Gs, basically. It's a GSR swap, what's it all about? 2 pictures, man? Come on. Show the fucking motor. I understand people that sell cars and they have 2 pictures or 1 picture of the car. It's like, dude, show all angles of the car. How do you expect anyone to be serious about buying your fucking car? Yep. Ugh. Ugh. Whole bunch of nothing going on here. I don't see anything. You just type in Honda, just see what's out there. It's just like a bunch of Accords and Civic LX sedans and shit and CRVs. Bunch of shit I don't want. This price is best offer. This is a 96 Civic 4-door that has been modded and cleaned up to be a great daily. This car is fun to drive and I enjoy it, but I'm just more into rear-wheel drive cars, so it's time to let this car go to a good home. B16A2 full swap out of a Del Sol. Also BWR coilovers and GSR front brakes and rotors with new clover green paint job and lowered on powder-coated gold SI wheels with new tires. 153,000 miles on the swap. Also, no smoke comes out this one. VTEC cracks hard too. It doesn't matter about smoke coming out. That just means it's running rich. I'd rather it be running rich than lean. Cameron says the HKS supercharger kit for the S2K is easy to fit. Fucking for the S2000 supercharging wise, would you rather go HKS or would you rather go Craftworks? Because honestly, I've heard good things about both. I've heard the Craftworks is probably more reliable. Like the HKS might make a little bit more power, but might not be as reliable. I'm not sure though. I'm not a S2000 supercharger guru. Oh man, almost made me drop my jaw and just go get my fucking cashier's check. Honda N600, but it said Honda N600 seats. Dude, that would be a dope ass car, like an N400 or N600. Oh man, that would be dope. Fuck it, I'm just buying a Honda Beat. K-swap it. That'd be so funny. Fuck a RSX, man. I got the Honda Beat with a RSX motor in it. I would rock the shit out of that car. Cameron says the hardest part about putting any supercharger on the S2000 is loosening the crankshaft bolt. It's probably on there. They don't want it to come off. They're like, dude, I don't ever want this crankshaft bolt to come off. Crankshaft pulley just comes flying off. No. They're like, we Loctited the fuck out of this thing. Civic Si. Blah, blah, blah. 2011 Civic Si. Oh. Ugh, excuse me. 95,000 miles. Yeah. Every car I see is like, eh. Yeah, something tells me I might just end up getting that S2000. I'm not even joking. Say fuck it. They show everything except the engine bay. How fucking stupid. Needs for VA inspection, high motor gasket, 2 tires, bushings. That car actually might not be that bad of an idea, actually, because I already got 4 new tires, and a fucking gasket's like $20, and bushings, like, that's nothing. Cameron says 2 3-foot extension bars with jack handles on them. Me and my mate straining like all fuck to get it loose. Oh my god, the mega breaker bar. Yeah, that's insane. They must have Loctited it like a fuckload and torqued it down to like 100 feet-pounds of torque, or 80 or whatever. That is crazy. Crazy. Cameron said was nearly going to give up on. Dude, I bet 2 3-foot extension breaker bars with fucking jack handles on them, and it's still not wanting to go loose. Like, goddamn. On that note, I'm going to get another refill. Need some coffee. Oh, the coffee's been gotten. That's some hot coffee. God damn, look at that steam. Be y'all. But yeah, guys, I don't know of anything else really to talk about too much. Just shooting the shit, debating colorway choices on S2000. Fucking wish I could have found the right RSX, but I mean, they're just hard to find. And Karen says, gotta get motivated to go wash my car. Shit, no motivation needed over here, man. Fucking, if I had a car to wash, I would wash that bitch twice. I would detail that motherfucker. You made me want to come out, take a flight to Australia, wash your cars for you. Shit, I'd do it free of charge. Cameron says it's cold out. Shit, I wash my car when it's like fucking 30 degrees outside. I don't give a be out there with a jacket on and fucking gloves on. I don't give a shit. If it needs to get done, if it's not clean, gotta keep it clean. George, oh, I didn't know you're still here, George. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace. Have a good one, George. Thanks for stopping in, man. Be y'all. True story. But yeah, I'll definitely go check out that blue S2000 tomorrow. See how I like it. See if it looks up to spec, up to par. Give it a test drive, debate it. Then might head up to Manassas to fucking check out the silver and red one. See which one drives better. You know. See if I see anything else that tickles my fancy. Honestly, I mean, I like the notion of maybe getting like an Evo or WRX, but the thing is, everyone around here has a WRX or an Evo. Like you see them so much, it's not even funny. Cameron says lower miles sounds good. Yeah, it does, honestly. And like Broke Dad said, he said, you know, blue might be it might be harder to sell than a silver one. I think blue, the Suzuka blue looks good. Like almost like that color almost, but a little bit lighter, like almost like champagne-y, that color. True story. Garrett says it's always clean. Only washed it 2 days ago. Yep, I know that grind, man. I used to wash my car like every day, every other day. It was always oof. It was always getting washed. Fucking ridiculous. Ah, I don't blame you for keeping the car though. It's beautiful, and seeing some punk mess it up hurts the soul. That's what somebody said in that supercharged Honda group. Ah, that's hilarious. Cameron says the brake dust gets all over it. Yep, brake dust, man. I feel you. And if you got some R compound tires, getting on it, you get all kinds of fucking melted tire, basically. Tire grime, whatever you want to call it. True story. Cameron says, yeah, seen that post. Dude, everybody in that group, for the most part, is a D-bag. Like, sitting on a high horse, like, yeah, it's supercharged. Keep the Acura logos on it. That's the only way to go, or some shit. It's like, dude, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how putting red Honda emblems on a car that is already built is a bad thing. It's so stupid. They're trying to act like, you know, oh, he's gonna rice it out. It's like, dude, it would have been more riced out if I would have like painted the engine bay hot pink and like got pink wheels on it or some like fucking ugly body kit on it or something. Like they're just uptight assholes smelling each other's farts. That's what I think. And Cameron says, no idea. You know? They're the same company. It's not like I was putting fucking Miata badges on it. It's not like I was putting some big windshield banner that said vroom vroom on it or some shit. It's not like we were gonna put green neon lights underneath it or some shit. But yeah, nonetheless, fuck that guy. I don't want to give him my money. He could call me up right now and be like, dude, I'll sell it to you for 10 grand. I'd be like, dude, fuck you. You wasted my time, buddy. Cameron says, yep, it's still a Honda. Exactly. Very true. Very true. But yeah, fucking, I guess let me know what you guys think. Any of y'all not watching, watch this later or something. Again, what do you think about S2000? What do you think about getting another RSX? DC2, 5th Gen Preludes. What the fuck else? It's about all I'm interested in, honestly. EK9, if I could get some kind of K swap going, that'd be dope. I just fucking want to get in a car. Like that's why I'm kind of liking the S2000 because it's rear-wheel drive. It's a fun car to drive as is, like Cameron said before earlier today, or earlier in the stream, yesterday's stream. Yeah. This one looks pretty good. What the fuck they got going on here? I gotta go get this car ready for the photo shoot. Do your thing, man. Fucking have a good time. Sounds like some fun. All these RSXs I see look like dog shit. Where the fuck is Rustburg? Rustburg, Virginia. Cameron says, catch y'all later. Have a good one, man. That base model RSA 4Gs. Debatable. Yeah, it's just fucking hard to find a decent RSX in decent condition, not molested. I don't think it's possible. And if it is possible, it's too far away. It sucks. Makes me fucking just want to restore my car. Just say fuck it and spend a bunch of money just restoring the car I have. Jump through all the hoops. Having to get that title reinstated would be a pain in the ass. But shit, yeah, guys, fucking think I'm gonna cash out. We've already been going for 2 hours. Fucking not much else to say. Just thought I'd keep y'all in on the search. Kind of leaning towards an S2000, honestly. Try something new. Fucking different platform. That's about it. See how it goes from there. If I don't like it, it'll all depend on the test drive. See how I like the car. I've ridden one. I've never driven one before. So I guess that'll determine a lot. See how I feel about it because I'm not going to just settle for something, you know. If it takes me another year to get a fucking car that I'm in love with, that's what I'll do because fuck it. I'm not going to just buy, I'm not going to spend 15 G's on a car. I'm like, this is all right. Doesn't make sense. But yeah, hope y'all have a good rest of the weekend. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.